Hello, my darlings. Oh my goodness. Apparently, you need to watch what you say. You know how I said in the last vlog that I don't create drama anymore? Well, thank you, universe, for the opportunity to eat my own freaking words and to just get like a really good chance to see how a little bit of drama can step in, but how I can choose to step out of it very quickly. Well, sort of quickly. I got a little story for you. I can't believe I'm actually going to share this. And the fact that I am about to, basically prepare yourself for a little Netflix vibe situation that happened yesterday. Um, and normally I would never tell anybody this. I can't believe I'm actually going to share it publicly because I would have too much shame and embarrassment and I would be like, "Oh my God, I can't believe I did that." Oh, I would never admit that. Now I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just totally cool with all my errors, with my path, wobbly along the way, no problem. All right, enough foreplay, Ayla. Let's get let's get to the crunch. Let's get to the guts and bones of this bad boy. So, I don't know if anybody saw this ad, but I saw an ad with the Australian Prime Minister speaking about this investment opportunity and where you can make really good quick returns. And I thought, oh, that could be, and I had like put a little tab on that thinking there's gonna be a moment when I'm gonna look into that. What I didn't do was dig further to make sure that the actual link that I clicked was proper legit and not one of the apparent many uh what should we say? Look, the word that comes is like just look, doesn't sound very fun, but it was like the whole entire experience was that I entered this fairy tale world where I was so insanely taken care of, given this like investment manager who I spoke to, like last Thursday, last Friday and Monday and Tuesday. And there was this whole thing, this whole plan of like how it was all going to work. Basically, the entire thing was a charade. You know what I'm talking about? It was like a web of lies, a full, like proper, it was like a pavlova, like Nana's lasagna, like all the things like layer upon layer upon layer upon layer of lies. I had to dig into page 3 of Google to start finding the truths. Because when I started, what happened was that I got a call um, last night from somebody from an investment company saying, "Oh, they've received my name and they're ready to have the conversation." And I'm like, "What do you mean? Like I've already been talking to a human many times about what I'm going to do." And they're like, "Oh, well, maybe you put your name down somewhere else." I'm like, "No, I didn't. I put my name down in one place. Like, what is happening?" So then that unveiled the entire situation. And so what blew my mind was that the energy that somebody puts in to creating scams and fraudulent systems, to basically like rip off innocent puppies like me who don't know a lot about investing in trades and stuff, stocks. I don't even know the terms. See, this is the level of amateur that we're dealing with. No, but because I'd seen the Prime Minister speaking about it as like a recommended investment for Australians, I was like, well, if it's got the Prime Minister's recommendation, that shit is good enough for me. So I didn't do my thorough proper checks, like checking the links that I had actually utilized, which were all fraudulent links. So basically, when I started then like researching, that's when I found out that, oh my God, this company had built like entire, like 4 to 5 layers of levels of evidence online that they are legit, so that when people just do a quick search, it wouldn't come up. And you had to go hard in the Google searching. And if it wasn't for this other random scammer ringing me, I wouldn't have known about any of it. But what is so interesting is that every step of the way, I felt so supported by Spirit. And I trust the whole process, because basically what it did was that I started entering this mind space of like, oh my God, I'm about to have like a big chunk of money coming in. And so even though I only entered that space for a period of days, I could feel my entire vibration shift into this vibration of what they talk about you need to do to manifest wealth. And I kind of feel like, you know, I dabble in those energies and I try and get a feel for it, but because I've never fully sat in the 100% faith for long enough to bring it into fruition. Like I've danced in there, but I've never fully sat in it. And so what this opportunity did for me was to allow me to actually bathe in that energy. And I could feel how my whole nervous system changed. And it's like anything that I felt was a rushed decision or process, like that all started shifting. And what started landing for me was like this, I don't know, like take the pressure off all decisions in my life and just say, what would I be choosing if none of my decisions were based on my bank account? Like, what choices would I make for my life? And that's what started coming up. And it was like, wow, like this is different. This is a whole other ball game to how I've been operating. And it also meant that I got the experience of really looking at the exact amount of money that I have in my different accounts, and I had even gotten to the point where I had pulled a couple of grand out. Like, yes, do not laugh at your little friend Aaila. Like, just be proud that I caught it in time. And that basically my intuition was just protecting me the whole way. So every time it came to actually handing over the money, there would be a delay or a block. And it was like many delays, many blocks in like hilarious ways. And I was like, oh, well, it'll have to be tomorrow. Oh, well, it'll have to be tomorrow, and all to the point where I got the maximum benefit of feeling my vibration change. I got the benefit of knowing what it is to walk around with a couple of grand in my wallet, going, wow, that feels really abundant. I don't normally walk around with a couple of grand in my wallet, and it feels amazing and it made me feel really limitless. And I also got to just be, what can I say? I I give people the benefit of the doubt. I am a glass half full person, and I will generally like if I take an action based on something that looks trustworthy, then I'll trust it all the way, rather than do the appropriate checks right from the get-go. And I didn't do that. And so this has been my learning of I will never engage in any type of investment thing again. I will never consider it unless I have done a billion level checks of the pavlova lasagna layers, through Google, through all the things. Because it just blew my mind of like the level that this company went to create the charade was a whole other world. I'm like, dude, if you would actually put that energy into creating real wealth, like you probably would have had an amazing business by now. But instead, you're putting that energy into just lying and just, I don't know, this game of deceit. So I feel a bit excited that like I was a winner, and that they didn't actually get me, but I feel like I got the bonuses required without the drama and the pain. But there was a little bit of drama, like literally to the point where it involved me, like it definitely took my energy away from Vancouver and Canada and, the summit and the launch. And it was like, oh, how can I get more money to get there quickly? And so it was just, the whole journey was just freaking fascinating. So I hope you're not laughing at me, or if you maybe laugh with me, because I'm laughing. Like I'm not even upset about it. I'm just going, wow, what a fascinating experience. But what I love the most was that I'm not angry. I'm not, I don't feel like a need to kind of like, black mark their name through the whole internet. I'm just like, do you know what? I'm going to give them no more of my energy. Like, I'm just really sharing the experience to just kind of, I don't know, just continue sharing this vlog as I'm guided to do, because apparently I am meant to just be a real person and share who I actually am and what actually happens in my life, rather than waiting to feel like I'm picture perfect ready. Because I don't know if I'm ever going to feel picture perfect ready. I don't know if my life is ever going to look like 100% super. I don't even know like if this is an appropriate comparison, but Kardashian level glamorous perfection. I don't follow them. I don't really follow like anybody who's trying to look cool or whatever. Um, All I know is that for more than a year, Spirit has been telling me to do this vlog, just being myself and just sharing my life, but I've been too chicken. I have taken many videos, all of them wanting to like join videos together and create perfect blogs with, perfect intros and outros and amazingly cued music. But basically, I never go ahead because I hate video editing. I never want to edit. So nothing happens, nothing changes. And the only reason was that like it was such a forced scream that it was like no longer ignorable. And I basically just had to take action. So wrapping this up, I can't believe I've just spent 12 minutes talking about that shit. But anyway, it's all good. So basically, where I'm at now is I feel my energy is like fully turning back to the decision making. I'm giving myself another week, week and a half. Like I said yesterday, in 3 weeks' time, I would need to be booking a flight if I'm going to go to Vancouver. I'm going to give myself another week or so. And, like in theory, I could go. I could make it happen. I do have enough money to make it happen. But it would mean a very clunky step into my next chapter. Um, because there wouldn't be enough financial backup, to really create a solid foundation of peace to get me there. And it would potentially mean a lot of stress in Canada if I wanted to go from Canada to Spain or to my next stop. So I guess now I'm at the point of deciding, unless some sort of financial miracle comes, which it could, and I'm friggin' open to, amen, bring it on if it wants to. Unless that does happen, then I guess I'm in the decision of, do I utilize these funds to go to Canada and have a shorter stay and then return and continue to, spend another couple of months building more wealth, to give myself a more solid foundation for this overseas chapter of my life, for this launching into a whole other way of living. So that's where I'm at right now, just kind of pivoting, constantly pivoting. But like I said, what I'm loving the most is that, I nearly got proper scammed, but that this made me feel even more supported by spirit, weirdly, because every step of the way, I just kept feeling like, Spirit just has me so hard right now. Like it's got me so by the hand that it's like, baby doll, we're guiding your steps. But if you make a little mistake along the way, we've also got you. And we're going to like pick you up and pivot you back. And we're going to like help you reintegrate. And I don't even really need to, like, it didn't even make me, I don't know, my nervous system still feels fine. I'm more than anything just kind of going, wow, what a crazy story, dude. And I'm just, yeah, I just feel like, okay, little reminder, Ayla, not everyone is a unicorn. There's proper Voldemort peeps out there. Not everyone is operating from the light as much as I would like it, and they're the people I want to draw. Not everyone is that. And maybe I needed that little kick in the butt reality check so that I do a lot more reality checking and spot checking, as my path continues and as I am about to start a path of becoming a lot more visible as I'm being guided to do these vlogs and blogs and, communal, like community readings and all sorts of stuff. I'm basically just being guided to just jump on socials and just chat and just be myself and share my energy. And I guess that's going to draw Whatever it's going to draw, and it's going to be up to me to do the checking and yeah, and the spot checking and making sure that all is well. All right, there's tantruming children happening in the background. I'm gonna get off so you don't have to deal with that. They're not my children, by the way, not my children. All right, lots of love. I hope you're having a gorgeous day, and keep like bloody hell. If this is interesting to you, it's like Netflix but better or worse. I don't know, but it's my real life anyway. Lots of love. Hope you're having a glorious day. Bye, gorgeous.